It was another beautiful morning in Sulani. The seagulls were calling out, waves crashing in the distance, and the chatter of the locals filled the streets down at the fish market. Just as I had promised Dad, I headed out with Mom bright and early so that we wouldn't miss the best catches of the day. The market was bustling, as was usual for a Sunday morning. I walked around, checking out all that I could. I did have to admit, some of the catches today were pretty impressive. I continued on my way and rounded a corner. The next thing I knew, I had tripped and was falling through the air. I quickly looked up and realized that I had fallen right into someone. "I'm so sorry. I tripped and had no idea anyone was there." "Ow. Jeez. Watch where you're going next time." He finally pulled his hand away from his face and looked down at me. "So, what's your deal? You need me for something?" No, I just tripped, that's all." "Wait a second. Are you you?" I looked at him in surprise. How do you know my name?" He then started to speak when I heard someone behind us calling out, "Do-hwan, you're already here!" Turning to look, I realized it was Mom and that woman she had gone to talk to at one of the fish stalls. "I see you've already met Miss Yu. I was hoping I'd introduce you two today." I looked over at what I could only assume was Do-hwan and stared at him. He gave me a little smile. "Of course, Grandma. You know me. I'm not one to wait around. I was just talking to her about that date I wanted to ask her out on." "What are you talking about?" I mumbled. "Just go along with it," he muttered under his breath back to me. "That's wonderful! I'm glad to hear it. See, Soa, I told you my grandson is a catch. He just barrels right in and gets things done." "Yep, that's right, Grandma. We were actually just heading out for a walk to talk about our plans. Isn't that right, Miss Yu?" I felt so awkward, but decided it was for the best to go along with him. After all, the sooner I did, the sooner I could get out of this whole situation. I cleared my throat. Yeah, that's right. He was just inviting me out to the beach to talk about things right before you two showed up." Do-hwan smirked. "See, you heard the lady. May we be on our way?" I felt bad for lying to my mom, but it was the only way I could get out of this situation. Plus, apparently we were supposed to be meeting anyway, so might as well figure out the whole story and decide what to do. Yeah, I'll see you later, Mom." With that said, we turned to leave. Do-hwan's grandmother smiling widely and giggling, Mom looking concerned.